Hey there, I'm Cast Iron Katie. I'm Cast Iron Katie. I'm Cast Iron Katie. Doesn't that make a nice sound? Stove. Just a moment. So good. Hello, this is Cast Iron Katie, and in this video, I am going to restore some rusty cast iron. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and knock off as much rust as possible using a Brillo pad. After scrubbing on the pan for a little while, I've knocked off as much rust as I can, and it's still sticky on the outside from previous buildup. I'm seeing some pink spots in it, so it may be rust or it may be damage from previous use. So we are going to put this in the self-cleaning oven. So the skillet has been in the self-cleaning oven for 4 hours, and it's cooled down enough to where I can touch it. So you'll see that this is coming off in a brownish powder. I'm going to take it over to the sink and give it a scrub. This whole pan has this brownish powder on it. I'm going to start scrubbing. So our pan has been cleaned. Took it out of the oven, cleaned it up with the Brillo pad again. You can see there are some pinkish discolorations here, and I think that that's going to be some heat damage from maybe it being placed on a fire for cleaning in its past. See, the back side has another pinkish spot right here. So I'm pretty certain that that is just heat damage. I'm gonna go ahead and season it anyway, and we'll see how it does. I've placed the pan in the oven upside down. There is a reason for that. We don't want the vegetable shortening to pool in the pan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it for 200 degrees on a preheat. Once it achieves that preheat, we will coat it in vegetable shortening. The oven has achieved 200 degrees. We are going to pull this out of the oven. It's slightly warm, 200 degrees. All right. And I am going to use a vegetable shortening to cover it. So the reason why I use Crisco is because it's cost effective, it's inexpensive. This whole container will probably expire before I actually use it all on my cast iron, and you can use it every day when you're cleaning your cast iron, and it will not go rancid like a bacon fat or a lard would if you decide that you need to store your cast iron. The pan has been at 300 degrees for 10 minutes. Wow. And that's big. All right. So got some different paper towels. We'll see how well those work. I'm going to wipe it off again, removing whatever excess vegetable shortening we have here. Let's take some of that off. That is perfectly normal for a unseasoned skillet to have this brownish residue. Inside out, and then now we are going to put it back in the oven. We're going to bump the temperature up to 400 degrees for 2 hours. So I asked some fellow cast iron enthusiasts about the hot spots on here, the damage, and they said that the pan may cook just fine, but the damage to the metal might make it brittle. So you can't really bang it around whenever it's hot with the risk of it cracking. And then I've also previously seen that it is possible that it won't hold as good of a seasoning. But I've not worked with a lot of pans that have heat damage on it. So best of luck to the owner, and I hope that it ends up being a good pan for them for what they use it for.
But there was 3 batches of eggs, and it was just scraped in between. It wasn't cleaned
Okay.
up.
It's got some good seasoning showing there.
Yeah, it's got a little.
I'll see what it looks like when. Do you mind if I clean it?
If you want to.
I mean, I'm sure it's breaking your heart that you don't get to wash it. To clean your cast iron, the only thing you need is really hot water, a plastic scraper, and a Scotch-Brite pad. Those are the only tools you should be using on a seasoned cast iron skillet. Cast iron skillet is now clean. It definitely is going to need to be used to achieve a proper seasoning. I am drying it on the stove. Once I get it completely dry on the stove, I'm going to wipe it down with some vegetable shortening, and that will get it ready for the next time it's in use. Okay, we're gonna wipe the excess shortening out, and it is good to go the next time. It cooked the eggs just fine. It cleaned up okay. And now you know how to season a pan, although this one did not turn out perfect. And you know how to care for your pans now. So this is Cast Iron Katie, and thanks so much for watching. After a weekend of seasoning this cast iron, I feel like I've really bonded with it. If you watched only the Dutch oven video, watch the skillet video, and if you only watched the skillet video, go back and watch the Dutch oven video. I feel like I'm gonna miss these guys. We came a long way together.